What is going on, guys? It is your role model of the IWC Gamers Goon here today with your Hell in a Cell review. Now, this show, in my opinion, is the best pay-per-view of this weekend. It was a great show for the most part. For the most part, it was a great show. We started off on the pre-show with R-Truth and Drew Gulak. I wasn't much into this match. We had Drew Gulak. If you're asking me, Drew Gulak should be in an intercontinental picture, the United States picture. He should be vying for the middle card, the mid card championship. On either show, it really doesn't matter. With Drew Gulak, I would just have him in a mid card picture. But you got him on the pre-show of all things, playing with the 24/7 title shit that nobody. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny. The comedy's dead. It's fucking dead. I'm sorry. But you got him playing into the little Jimmy thing. He kicks little Jimmy. Truth gets all upset about it. And Truth pays tribute to John Cena. He goes for the 5-knuckle shuffle, hits it onto Drew Gulak. He goes for an AA, doesn't happen. Then he ends up winning off of a roll-through pin counter. R-Truth beat Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak deserves so much better than the pre-show, and he definitely deserves a lot better than the 24/7 championship bullshit, because that title is an embarrassment. The fact they think that having a normal match like they try to do here is good for the 24/7 championship is a complete stupid idea. Like, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. You can't put a good wrestler like Drew Gulak in the 24/7 title shit. It just doesn't work. It does not work. Then we have, before the main card begins, we have Ali of Retribution cutting a promo saying, you know what, let's add another match to the card tonight. I'll let the Hurt Business decide. They can pick one of their members to face one of our members. They get to pick both members. We'll find out later in the night who ends up facing. But we start the main card off hot. We started on fire. If you are in a house that is burning down, that is what this started off with. This was complete fire. The show started at 100 and it went down and then it came back up. It started off hot. It was beautiful. It was beautiful from the WWE. This match, we got a lot more offense from Jey Uso against Roman Reigns. One point in this match, I actually thought Roman Reigns would have said, I quit, because he looked out of it. He was laying on the ground. He said, the head of the table will never quit. Jey Uso goes, he grabs a leather strap at one point, starts beating on the Roman Reigns back with it. Then Roman Reigns starts hulking up. He hits a spear onto Jey Uso. Reigns gets his shots in with the strap, says that he's the only one that gets to do whippings around here. Roman then grabs the strap, ties Jey Uso's wrist to himself, and just continues to beat him with the strap continuously. They start to trade punches. Jey, out of nowhere, hits a super kick. Roman goes for a Superman punch. Following the super kick, using his momentum, it misses. Jey Uso is able to use the strap at this point to try to choke out Roman Reigns. And at this point, I thought it was over for Roman. Roman Reigns legitimately passed out per the match. But he passed out, and the ref's sitting there. Do I call the match? He's passed out. Roman Reigns looks up at the ref, shakes his head no. Then we have Jey Uso. We have Roman Reigns. He finally is able to get back up. Jey Uso goes to hit him with a chair. Roman ends up hitting a Superman punch by dodging the chair shot and then hitting a Superman punch. Then he falls out with a guillotine submission lock. Jey Uso it passes out during the guillotine. And from this point, it was just the same brutal encounter we saw with Roman and Jey. From then on, Jey was just laying on the ground. He refused to say, I quit. Roman just kept looking so disappointed in him. He's just like, just fucking quit. Just say I quit. Roman tells him to wake up and just say it. Roman says he will take it to the next level if Jey Uso does not say that he quits. Then Roman Reigns starts jagging Jey Uso around the ring. At this point, they showed a face of Paul Heyman. Even Paul Heyman was scared for Jey Uso. Roman, he hits a drive-by onto Jey Uso. Then he goes and gets the steps and places the steps up and uses that to hit another drive-by onto Jey Uso. The ref, he goes back in the ring. He's starting to call for the match. He says, you know what? He can't say I quit. I'm going to call it for him. Roman goes into the ring, does not let the ref call it, actually throws the ref out. A new ref has to come in. Roman scares that ref out the ring. They got a bunch of management running down. Roman's out there yelling that Jey Uso made him into a monster, scaring the management out away from the match. He literally just he refuses to let anybody stop the match. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Roman Reigns then he puts the steps on Jay's neck. He says, you know what, since a kid you always thought you were better than me, but you still don't understand that I am better than you. I'm the guy. You failed to acknowledge me. This is serious. This is what it's like to be at the top. Jimmy Uso then comes in Jimmy Uso comes in to the ring. Jey Uso's brother comes in before Roman Reigns slams the steps onto the head of Jey Uso. He's begging for Roman Reigns to stop. Roman has to toss the stairs aside. Jimmy's sitting there in the ring crying, asking what's wrong with him. Why would he do this? He doesn't have to do this. Roman starts to tear up. Jimmy Uso's sitting there saying, you know we got you, but this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. This ain't it, Us. Roman says, yo, I'm sorry. Jimmy, he offers his hand to kind of like hug Roman. And Roman, he grabs his hand, and then he puts him into a guillotine. Jimmy Uso is passing out in the guillotine. He's trying to nudge Jey Uso to get up. Jey Uso wakes up. He sees what's happening. Jey Uso says, I quit. He quit to save his brother from the attack of Roman Reigns. We know Jimmy Uso is coming off an injury. He had to quit in order to be a sacrifice for his brother. And it's over. It's over for Jey Uso. Unfortunately for Jey Uso, he had to quit. He had to quit. Sorry if you can hear the people out in the hallway, by the way. But Roman Reigns, he ended up winning in what I believe was Roman Reigns' best match to date. That is a big statement to make. This was better than the last pay-per-view. This was better than anything that's happened over the last 5 years for Roman Reigns. He looked legit. Roman Reigns as a heel is the guy. He is the guy. WrestleMania 37 is going to be interesting if they can get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to show up. I think they could. Because you got the Tribal Chief. Who else is in that legacy, that family? Dwayne. We might see Dwayne versus Roman at WrestleMania 37. At this point, we just have Roman looking over the Usos at the end. Jimmy and Jay are just looking at him in disgust. Roman then walks back up to the top. He is greeted by Alpha and Sika, part of the Samoan legacy. They put the lei around Roman's neck, and Roman Reigns holds the title high. Following that match, it was a great match. It was exceptional. Everything about it was perfect. The emotion in the match between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, the fact that Jey Uso wasn't going to give up. He literally couldn't move, and he refused to give up, but he gave up because his brother was in pain. That is something that I will watch out for in the upcoming weeks. I'm sure we're going to hear something about that on Friday Night SmackDown. But then we get into the cool-down matches. We get into Elias versus Jeff Hardy. This was the perfect match to follow the Roman Reigns match because it's a dead feud. It has no logic. It makes no sense. It's a typical cool-down match, nothing crazy. Really, all that happened is Elias goes out the ring to grab his guitar to kind of hit Jeff Hardy with it, I guess. Jeff Hardy rolls out the ring, grabs the guitar from him, hits him with it without a second thought. Ref calls for the bell, disqualification. Elias played the mind game, tricked Jeff Hardy into using his weapon against him. Do I care about the match? Absolutely not. Did it need to happen? Absolutely not. That's simple. Then we had the Miz Verse Otis for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, this match was pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it just because of what happened. It was a simple match, not anything too crazy. It wasn't bad. We get Morrison ejected, but the match really changed here in a little bit where we had the Miz. He was distracting the ref, and we have Tucker go towards the ropes. And Tucker hits Otis with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Miz is able to pick up the win. He is Mr. Money in the Bank after a Tucker turn on Otis, which they're on different shows, so I don't know how you're going to start a feud there, or if you even do. But getting the briefcase off Otis might have been the best decision they've ever done. Because putting the briefcase on Otis in the first place was a fucking miserable decision. Miserable. The only reason they did it is because he was blowing up because of the Mandy storyline. There was no fucking plans for Otis. If you legitimately thought Vince McMahon thought this guy could be a WWE champion, you, my friend, are smoking something. Because there was zero chance that he was ever going to push Otis. Zero. None. It wasn't going to happen. He wasn't ever going to be the champion. If he cashed in, he would have lost. The Miz wins. Do I think The Miz in 2020 deserves Money in the Bank? Absolutely not. Is he a better decision than Otis? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I can actually see The Miz cashing the damn thing in. Otis, it's a fucking embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. You got a guy out here doing the fucking worm. That's your fucking Money in the Bank champion. Yeah, come on, Vince. Come on, Vince. That's what you want with your company. That's legitimately what you want your company to look like. Come on. Come on. Then we get into the match of the night outside of Roman. A match that I was pissed off about simply because it did not main event. I don't know why the fuck you would have Randy Orton and fucking Drew McIntyre main event when it's their fourth time facing each other in the last 4 fucking months. Sasha and Bayley. It's been a match that we've all been praying for since 2015. It's been a match that's been being built up for the last year. I don't understand. I do not understand. You ruin your hot feud in Sasha and Bayley for a fucking dead one. For Randy Orton and fucking Drew McIntyre. Which, by the way, we'll get into later, but let's just say it wasn't the greatest match. It wasn't the greatest. So, here it is. Fuck you, Vince. Fuck you, Bruce. Fuck all of your writing staff. Fuck all of you. Because y'all are dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the things that had to be said. You know why? Because you fucking earned it. You fucking earned it. You know why you earned that criticism? Because Sasha and Bayley earned the main event at Hell in a Cell. They've earned the respect of your staff because they've carried you over the pandemic. Asuka carried you over the pandemic. She wasn't even on the show. It wasn't Randy Orton. Randy Orton did at the beginning when we had a SummerSlam coming around, but you guys didn't let him cash in on that opportunity. And then the feud's been dead since. They haven't carried your show anymore. People that have been carrying it is Roman, Sasha, Bayley, Asuka. Why the fuck is Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre in your main event? They're the WWE champion. I don't give a fuck. I don't. They're not the ones that earned it. I just really don't. It's it's inexcusable. I just don't understand that. This match was hard-hitting. We got to see kendo sticks using this match. Sasha, she gets her beatings in on Bayley. Bayley ends up setting up a ladder for Sasha on 2 chairs. Tosses Sasha up in it. She lands her face into it. She places her on it like she is going to go up for the elbow drop. Sasha actually doesn't let that... It looked like she was going to go for the elbow drop. She actually comes in with spray paints on Sasha's stomach. I think she drew an X on it. Grabs a chair that also has an X on it. She looks like she's about to use it. Sasha moves. She then uses the ladder to hit a Meteora onto Bayley. Then Sasha hits a Bayley to belly onto the ladder onto Bayley. So Sasha using Bayley's move for a 2 count. Bayley gets up from that, ends up hitting a running knee into a Bayley to belly for a close 2 count. Then we have Bayley. She starts using the chair to beat Sasha. Bayley goes for a Bayley to belly while holding the chair to end Sasha. Sasha reverses it into a bank statement where she gets the chair around the neck of Bayley, uses the chair as the point to choke Bayley, and starts beating on the chair so that the chair is doing the snapping thing. Bayley forced to tap out. That was the highlight of the night by far. You can tell by my thumbnail how excited I am. You look at Twitter, I was very excited. Sasha Banks is finally a Grand Slam champion. She should have been the first one of the 4 horsewomen just because she's that damn good. I'm not gonna go around the fact that we don't know how long she's gonna hold the title. Let me enjoy one night. Let me enjoy one night of Sasha having a championship. Hopefully she retains it successfully on her first defense. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. We're keeping the vibes good. It was a great women's Hell in a Cell match. I believe it's actually been the best women's Hell in a Cell match we have seen from anybody. It was really good stuff. I really loved the ending while using the chair into the bank statement from Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is your champion. I didn't know if we were actually going to get that now. I actually didn't think we would have. But I'm excited. On Twitter all day. You can tell. I tweeted it out earlier. I was repping Sasha today. I was like, if Sasha wins tonight, it's gonna be something great. It is something great. I'm gonna have to throw a little party following this review getting out there for you guys. might have to go get some ice cream or some others. Maybe a root beer float or some shit. I don't fucking know. But we gotta go out tonight. We gotta go out. Next, we got into yet another cool down match. We got Bobby Lashley versus Flapjack. Yeah, fucking Slapjack out here. Yeah, fucking Slapjack. And then T-Bar sitting on the fucking sideline. Retribution is fucking terrible, man. They're terrible. Lashley hits the Hurt Lock pretty early in this match. Ends up winning. Retribution comes in to jump him. Lashley starts taking on, I think it was Dio Madden and Dominic Dijak. And then the rest of the Hurt Business comes on down. It's all 4 of them staring at Ali. Ali's able to escape the ring, and they flee from the ring. I imagine that's going to be the Survivor Series match, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't understand I don't understand Retribution. They are a failure of a team. They lose, but yet they're acting like they're the big tough guys. The Hurt Business, they've been great. I love the Hurt Business, but tonight wasn't their night. Tonight was not a great showing from, and I don't even think it was really their fault. It's just there was not much to talk about. It shouldn't even been on the show, to be honest. Then we get into the main event. We actually had them use flames, yes, fucking flames, while they were dropping the cage down, as if this match was supposed to be some fucking spectacle. We had Orton at the beginning try to sneak up on Drew McIntyre from behind. Drew ends up catching him. They start fighting outside the cell. They try to make this match a whole lot more interesting than what it was. They had This Is Awesome chants at one point. They climbed the top of the cage. They didn't really do much on that. They started climbing down the cage. At one point, Randy Orton had a fucking lightsaber looking fucking thing. It was weird as fuck. And Randy threw fucking Drew McIntyre off the side of the cage into a table. They come back in the ring. Drew McIntyre tries to go for a Claymore. He misses. Randy dodges it. Randy finally hits an RKO. Randy finally wins the WWE Championship, which he should have won back at SummerSlam. That was the show. There was no tease of a cash-in. There was no Bray Wyatt. There's none of that. I don't have any idea why the fuck that match main evented the card. That was by far the worst Hell in a Cell match on the card. And on top of that, we didn't get a cash-in. We didn't get a tease. We didn't get anything. Didn't get anything. There's no reason that should have main evented the card. If it was me, I would have had Sasha and Bayley main event the card. I've said that millions of times. Even if you didn't have Sasha and Bayley, at least the Roman match was fucking good. It was great. Roman Reigns had his best match of his career by far. This Randy Orton match, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't into it at all. Wasn't into it. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. You know where to find me on social media, GamersGoonYT on Twitter, thegoongameryt on Instagram. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share the videos on all of your social media platforms. If you liked what I brought to you guys today for Hell in a Cell, thank you guys for 300 plus views on the Impact Bound for Glory review, which was last night. Hopefully this review can do big numbers as well, just because it was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show, very good show from WWE, and I'll be seeing you guys, I believe on Tuesday, for the NFL, unless for some reason we have a Tuesday game. I don't think we have a Tuesday game this week. But I will also be seeing you guys on Wednesday for AEW, back with the wrestling content. But I will be seeing you guys next time here on the channel. For right now, it's been your boy, your role model of the IWC, Gamers Goon. And I'll be seeing you guys later this week.